Good morning, students. In the last session we have discussed about low pass filter, high pass filter, the designing of first order low pass filter, second order low pass filter, and the designing of first order high pass filter and second order high pass filter. Now we will discuss about band pass filters and band elimination filters or band reject filters. See here. So what is band pass filter? So band pass filter is basically a frequency selector circuit. So it is also called as frequency selector. You see, it passes some band of frequencies and it eliminates and it rejects the other band of frequencies. So it passes only some band of frequencies. So band pass filter is basically a frequency selector. So it allows only one particular band of frequencies. Here the pass band is between the two cutoff frequencies FH and FL. In band pass filter, the pass band between the two cutoff frequencies FH and FL. So where FH is greater than FL. So here FH is greater than FL. So any frequency outside this band gets attenuated. Here the frequency at the center of the pass band is called center frequency. So the frequency at the center of the pass band is called the center frequency. It is denoted as Fc. So the gain is maximum at the center frequency. That is the total pass band gain. So in this band pass filter, the gain is maximum at the center frequency. The frequency at the center of the pass band is called center frequency. Here the gain is maximum at the center frequency. That is called the total pass band gain. There are two types of band pass filters. So based on the quality factor. So based on the figure of merit or quality factor, there are two types of band pass filters. For Q is less than 10, the band pass filter is called the wide band pass filter. For Q is less than 10, the band pass filter is called as wide band pass filter. So in this wide band pass filter, the band pass is wide and we get the large bandwidth. So in the wide band pass filter, the bandwidth is large. The second one is for Q is greater than 10. If the Q is greater than 10, that band pass filter is called narrow band pass filter. For Q is less than 10, so that is called wide band pass filter. For Q is greater than 10, that is called narrow band pass filter. In the narrow band pass filter, the band pass is very narrow and the bandwidth is very small. In the narrow band pass filter, the bandwidth is very small. If higher the value of Q, if the Q value is high, the narrower is the pass band and more selective is the filter. There are two types of band pass filter. If Q is less than 10, that is called wide band pass filter. If Q is greater than 10, that is called narrow band pass filter. See here, see the circuit diagram of wide band pass filter. So it consists of high pass section and low pass section. So first it is a high pass section. It is followed by the low pass section. So the wide band pass filter is formed by cascading a high pass filter and low pass filter. See here. So first one is high pass filter and second one is low pass filter. This is a wide band pass filter circuit diagram. See the frequency response. So it is a frequency response of the band pass filter, wide band pass filter. It has two stop bands and one pass band. Here the bandwidth is FH minus FL. and see the narrow band pass filter. So it is the narrow band pass filter circuit diagram and the frequency response. Here the bandwidth is low. In the narrow band pass filter, the bandwidth is low, whereas in the wide band pass filter, the bandwidth is large. Here the total gain is A1 into A2. So AFT equal to A1 into A2. So where AFT is the total passband gain, here the total passband gain is AFT, and A1 is the gain of the high pass section and A2 is the gain of the low pass section. In the wide band pass filter, the total gain is A1 into A2. A1 is the gain of the high pass section and A2 is the gain of the low pass section. Okay. So you see the circuit diagram of narrow band pass filter. Here for simplifying the calculations, choose C1 equal to C2 equal to C. Here to find out R1, so R1 is Q by 2 pi Fc C into AF, and R2 equal to Q by 2 pi Fc C into 2Q square minus AF, and R3 equal to Q by pi Fc into C, and the gain is AF equal to R3 by 2 R1. So based on this, we can design the narrow band pass filter. We can design the narrow band pass filter. It has two feedback paths. It has two feedback paths. So here the op amp is used in the inverting mode. So to find out R1, R2, R3, so by using these relations we can find out the R1, R2, R3, and we can design the narrow band pass filter. And next one is band stop or band reject filter. So band stop or band reject filter. So a wide band stop filter using a low pass filter, a high pass filter and a summing amplifier. So see the circuit diagram. So it is a band stop reject filter. It is a band stop filter or band reject filter. So it is a band stop or band reject filter. So it consists of a low pass filter, a high pass filter and a summing amplifier. So the output of these two are given to the summing amplifier. So for a proper band reject response, the low cutoff frequency FL of high pass filter must be larger than the high cutoff frequency FH of the low pass filter. And the passband gain of both the high pass and low pass sections must be equal. So in this band reject filter, the passband gain of high pass and low pass sections must be equal. For proper band reject response, the low cutoff frequency FL of high pass filter must be larger than the high cutoff frequency FH of the low pass filter. So in the band reject filter, it eliminates some band of frequencies and it allows the other frequencies. It allows the remaining frequencies and it eliminates some band of frequencies. So see the circuit diagram of band stop filter. So it consists of low pass filter, high pass filter and a summing amplifier. So see the circuit diagram of narrow band stop filter. So this one is wide band stop filter and this one is narrow band stop filter. See here how to design a band pass filter. See this problem. Design a wide band pass filter having FL is 400 Hz and FH is 2 kHz and passband gain of 4. So draw the frequency response of the filter and also calculate the quality factor of the filter. So how to design the band pass filter? So band pass filter consists of low pass filter and high pass filter. So we know how to calculate we know how to design the low pass filter and we know how to design the high pass filter. So based on that, so first design the low pass filter. So here FH is 2 kilohertz. FH is 2 kilohertz and choose C equal to 0.01 microfarads. Choose C equal to 0.1 microfarads, 0.01 microfarads, and we know FH is 1 by 2 pi RC. So 1 by 2 pi R dash C dash, or 1 by 2 pi RC. So from this relation we can calculate R dash. So substitute FH and C values, then we get R dash. So it is 7.9 kilo ohms. That is in the low pass filter. And design the high pass filter. In this high pass filter, the given FL is 400 Hz. Here FL is 400 Hz for the high pass filter and C equal to 0.05 microfarads. So choose C equal to 0.05 microfarads, and we know that FL equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. From this calculate R value. So here the R becomes 7.9 kilo ohms. Here the total passband gain AFT equal to A1 into A2. A1 is the gain of the high pass section and A2 is the gain of the low pass section. The total passband gain is 4. Here the total passband gain is 4. So divide for high pass and for low pass section. So here we can write A1 equal to 2 and A2 equal to 2. So for the non-inverting op amp, the gain is 1 plus RF by R1. For the non-inverting op amp, the gain is 1 plus RF by R1. For the inverting op amp, it is minus RF by R1. So we can write A1 equal to A2 equal to 1 plus RF by R1, that is equal to 2. So here RF equal to R1 for both the sections. For high pass section and low pass sections, RF equal to R1. So choose RF equal to RF and R1 equal to 10 kilo ohms. So choose RF and R1 equal to 10 kilo ohms. Then substitute all these values in this diagram. It is the designing of the band pass filter. So first section is high pass section and the second section is low pass section. In the low pass section, we have chosen C is 0.01 microfarads. In the high pass section, we have chosen C equal to 0.05 microfarads. So substitute all these values, then we get the designing of the band pass filter. So to obtain the frequency response, so here the magnitude of the voltage gain of wide band pass filter is V0 by Vin. Mod V0 by Vin equal to, so AFT F by FL by square root of 1 plus F by FL whole square into 1 plus F by FH whole square. It is the magnitude of the voltage gain of wide band pass filter. So mod V0 by Vin equal to AFT, it is the overall gain, AFT into F by FL by square root of 1 plus F by FL whole square into 1 plus F by FH whole square. So substitute FL, FH and F values here. So substitute FL and FH values and select the frequencies and select the different frequencies for the frequency response. In this example, first choose F equal to 10 Hz and mod V0 by Vin, it get 0.099. So in decibels it is equal to minus 20.27 decibels. If you choose F is 100, in decibels it is minus 0.27 decibels. If you choose 400 Hz, then it becomes 8.86 decibels. If you choose 1 kilohertz, F is 1 kilohertz, it becomes 10.42 decibels. So like that, select different frequencies and substitute in the voltage gain. So voltage gain equation. So then we get the frequency response curve. See here, at F equal to 100, so the gain in decibels is minus 0.27 decibels. See here, so it is at F equal to 100, the gain is minus 0.27 decibels, right? So substitute all these values, then we get the frequency response curve like this. So it is a wide band pass filter. Here Fc equal to, you know that Fc equal to square root of Fl into Fh. So substitute Fl and Fh. So the center frequency is, it becomes 894.4 Hz. And the bandwidth is Fh minus Fl, that is equal to 1600 Hz. And the quality factor is Fc by bandwidth. So here Fc is 894 Hz and bandwidth is 1600 Hz. Then the quality factor becomes 0.559. Here the quality factor is less than 10. So it is a wide band pass filter. So if the quality factor is less than 10, that circuit is called, filter is called wide band pass filter. If the quality factor is greater than 10, that filter is called as narrow band pass filter. So it is the designing of wide band pass filter and the frequency response of the wide band pass filter. Next one is, so design the narrow band pass filter with two feedback paths with Fc is 1.5 kHz, Q equal to 7 and AF equal to 15. So calculate the new value of the resistance in the circuit which will change Fc to 2 kHz. So here choose C1, C2, C equal to 0.02 microfarads. So from R1, R2, R3, we know that R1 is Q by 2 pi Fc C into AF. So substitute all these values, then R1 becomes 2.47 kilo ohms. And we know that R2 equal to Q by 2 pi Fc C into 2Q square minus AF. So substitute, then R2 becomes 447.4 ohms. And R3 equal to Q by pi Fc into C. Then it becomes 74.27 kilo ohms. So using this, we can draw the narrow band pass filter. So next, how to design a band reject filter. See here, design a wide band reject filter having Fh 400 Hz and Fl is 2 kHz with a pass band gain of 2. It is a wide band reject filter. So here the given values are Fh is 400 Hz and Fl is 2 kHz. Choose C equal to 0.01 microfarads. And we know that Fl is 1 by 2 pi RC. So from this calculate R value for high pass section, and for the low pass section Fh is 400 Hz and choose C equal to 0.05 microfarads. So from Fh equal to 1 by 2 pi R dash C dash, we can get R dash equal to 7.9 kilo ohms. So wide band reject filter having the high pass section and the low pass section. Here the gain of both sections must be equal to 2. So here AF equal to 1 plus RF by R1 equal to 2. So in the wide band reject filter, the gain of two sections must be equal. If RF equal to R1 is 10 kilo ohms and R2, R3, R4 equal to 10 kilo ohms and our compensating resistor is R by 3, then it becomes 3.3 kilo ohms. So it is the wide band reject filter. It is a wide band reject filter. It consists of high pass section, low pass section and the summing amplifier. Okay. So that is the designing of wide band reject filter. Next one is all pass filter. Okay. So it is a all pass filter circuit. So the low pass filter, high pass filter and band pass filter, these filters are used to adjust the magnitude of the transfer function. So low pass, high pass, band pass and band elimination filters are used to adjust the magnitude of the transfer function of circuit, but this filter adjusts the phase angle characteristics of the circuit. So in many times it is required to control the phase response of the filter. So the filter which is used to control the phase response by adding a phase shift between input and output signals. So by adding a phase shift between input and output signals, that is called as all pass filter. So in the all pass filter, the gain is 1. Here it passes all the input frequencies. So in the all pass filter, it passes all the input frequencies. Here the gain is 1 for all the frequencies. So as the name suggests, it passes all the frequencies of the input signal. It does not produce any attenuation. It does not produce any attenuation, but it provides the required phase shift for the different frequencies of the input signal. So it does not provide any attenuation, but it provides the required phase shift for the different frequencies of the input signal. So all pass filter is also called as delay equalizers or phase correctors. Delay equalizers or phase correctors. So see the circuit diagram of all pass filter. So the input is applied to, it is both inverting and non-inverting terminals. See here. So the filter which is used to control the phase response by adding a phase shift between input and output signals is called as all pass filter. So see the analysis of this circuit. So use the superposition principle. Use the superposition principle to obtain the expression for the output voltage V0. So here assume input to the non-inverting terminal. Assume input to the non-inverting terminal 0. The circuit acts as an inverting amplifier. The circuit acts as an inverting amplifier. See here. Then the output becomes V01 equal to minus Rf by R1 into Vin. So in the inverting amplifier, the gain is minus Rf by R1. So the output voltage is minus Rf by R1 into Vin. If Rf equal to R1, then V01 is minus Vin. If we assume input to the non-inverting terminal is 0. So if the input to the non-inverting terminal is 0, then the circuit becomes a inverting amplifier. So in the inverting amplifier, the output is V01 is minus Rf by R1 into Vin. If Rf is R1, if Rf equal to R1, then V01 equal to minus Vn. In the second case, assume input to the inverting terminal is 0, then the circuit acts as a non-inverting amplifier. Then the circuit acts as a non-inverting amplifier. So then V02 for the non-inverting amplifier, the output is 1 plus Rf by R1 into Va. So here V02 equal to 2Va if Rf equal to R1 and Va is the voltage at node A. See here Va is the voltage at node A. So by using the potential divider rule, the voltage Va can be obtained as, so Va equal to, so from this circuit using the potential divider rule, Va equal to Vin into minus Jxc by R minus Jxc, right? See here at this node, at node Va. So the voltage at node Va, that is Vin into minus Jxc by R minus Jxc. So where minus Jxc is minus J into 1 by 2 pi of C. So here 1 by J 2 pi of C minus J equal to 1 by J. Then we can write Va equal to Vin into 1 by J 2 pi of C by R plus 1 by J 2 pi of C. Then Va becomes Vin into 1 by 1 plus J 2 pi of RC. So substitute here, substitute this Vin. So here then V02 equal to 2 Vin into 1 by 1 plus J 2 pi of RC. Then the total output voltage is addition of the V01 and V02. Then the total output voltage V0 equal to V01 plus V02. So it is V01 is minus Vin and V02 is 2 Vin into 1 by 1 plus J 2 pi of RC. So then V0 by Vin becomes, it is 1 minus J 2 pi of RC by 1 plus J 2 pi of RC. Then the magnitude of the transfer function is mod V0 by Vin is square root of 1 plus 2 pi of RC whole square by square root of 1 plus 2 pi of RC whole square, that is equal to 1. So in the all pass filter, the gain is 1. It passes all the frequencies. It passes all the frequencies of the input signal and the gain is 1. So that is about analysis of the all pass filter. So next one is AC amplifier. So the op amp can amplify both the types of signals, DC and AC. So the op amp can amplify the DC signals and as well as AC signals. So the op amp responding to AC signal is called AC amplifier. There are two types of AC amplifiers, that is inverting AC amplifier and non-inverting AC amplifier. So see the circuit diagram of the inverting AC amplifier. It is the circuit diagram of inverting AC amplifier. See here. Here the coupling capacitors. The coupling capacitor CC blocks the DC level. So using voltage divider rule, we can write Vx equal to, using voltage divider rule, so Vx equal to RIF into Vin by Rs plus 1 by j omega Cc plus RIF. So it becomes j omega Cc RIF into Vin by Rs plus RIF into j omega Cc plus 1. Now omega equal to 2 pi f. Then Vx equal to j into 2 pi f Cc RIF into Vin by, so j 2 pi f Cc Rs plus RIF plus 1. Now FL is 1 by 2 pi Cc into Rs plus RIF and Vx equal to j 2 pi f Cc RIF into Vin by j f by FL plus 1. Here FL is the lower cutoff frequency. Then the output of the AC amplifier is V0 equal to minus RF by R1 into Vx. So substitute Vx here, then V0 equal to minus RF by R1 into j 2 pi f Cc RIF by j f by FL plus 1 into Vin. Then V0 by Vin becomes minus RF by R1 into j 2 pi f Cc RIF by j into f by FL plus 1. So it is the gain of the inverting AC amplifier. It is the gain of the inverting AC amplifier. So the operational amplifier can amplify both the DC and AC signals. So it is a AC amplifier. So with this I am going to stop the presentation. Thank you.